Hey everybody, welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, join Ninja Nation. We're the fastest growing baseball community out there, and you need to be part of it. So hit subscribe, and without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start out with Chris Bassett, who had 7 Ks in 6 one-run innings. Bassett had overpowering stuff, really relied on his sinker and his four-seamer, and his velo was up by a couple of ticks. He had this beautiful front door two-seamer to Schwarber. This had 18 inches of run, and of course he had his usual nasty breaking stuff thrown in. And that combo of his fastball and breaking ball, look at this. He throws them out of 2 different arm slots, and these pitches cross on the way to the plate. That is really tough for a hitter. Bassett's mechanics also make it tough on a hitter. He looks like a praying mantis mating. I don't even know what that would look like, but just imagine it. Bassett is truly a thinking man's pitcher. I mean, he puts in more thought in one pitch than I put into in any major life decision. Look at this. Bassett puts significantly less thought into whether he eats ass.
Like you make a mistake and I'm gonna be literally eating your ass. Like and obviously Manaya's like that. Like
literally?
Figuratively only. But like
go figure. Zack Wheeler had another solid outing. He had 7 Ks in 6 innings, gave up only 1 earned run, and his fastball and slider were dominant. Alex Cobb had a really solid outing with 8 Ks in 6 innings. Look at these two-seamers, both front door and back door. Just wicked stuff. Cobb had been one of the most unlucky pitchers in the majors up till this point. His expected ERA and overall ERA had over 4 runs difference. Look at all these weak contact hits. No one could stay that unlucky for long and expect his actual ERA to drop. Tyler Mahle had his best performance of the year, giving up no runs in 6 2/3 innings and only gave up 1 hit and had 8 Ks, thanks to his 6 splitters. Nick Pivetta had these pretty curveballs, picking up 5 Ks in 6 innings. Luis Garcia, he of the Rock the Baby windup, had these nasty sliders and cutters and picked up a sword on this slider. Sonny Gray had his patented two-seamers working. I love this pitch from Gray. It seems like every time out, he freezes somebody on a front door two-seamer. Shane McClanahan continued his reign of dominance. Look at his 99-mile-an-hour fastball and these sick changeups and curveballs. He is undoubtedly one of the filthiest pitchers in the major leagues. He had 7 Ks in 6 innings yesterday, and his ERA on the season, 2.01. Max Fried had his beautiful curveball working. Here's an overlay of his fastball and curveball, and you can see what makes that so tough. He also had this absolutely gorgeous 88-mile-an-hour left-on-left change. He seems to have a ton more confidence in that changeup, and it is much improved this year. He had 5 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. Marcus Stroman pitched 7 scoreless innings. He only had 2 Ks, but one of them was this total filth with his cutter-slider mix. What a huge strikeout with 2 runners in scoring position. Dylan Cease had 5 strikeouts in 7 one-run innings and was his usual dominant self. Triston McKenzie had 8 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings, and look at this curveball and fastball overlay. You'd see why his curveball is so effective. It matches so well with his elevated fastball. MacKenzie Gore had an absolutely incredible outing yesterday. He had 9 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 2 hits. And he's only 23 years old. Dude is going to be an ace for many years to come. His ERA on the season, 1.71 with a 107 whip. He outdueled Roansy Contreras, who is also going to be really good. Contreras is only 22 years old. I love all this young pitching talent in baseball. My filthiest starter of the day was Corbin Burnes. It's like he would just pick a pitch to dominate an inning with, switching between his cutter, his slider, and his curveball. It's like he just toys with hitters. And of course, I had to feature this beautiful backdoor cutter. His backdoor cutter is one of my favorite pitches in baseball and probably the prettiest pitch in baseball. Hitters are only hitting .220 off his cutter this season, but they're only hitting .067 against his curveball. The second year in a row that curveball has been really tough to hit. His ERA on the season, 1.95. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Edwin Diaz had this White Castle special. Drew Smith had these wicked breaking balls. Speaking of wicked, look at this overlay from Kenley Jansen of his two-seamer and cutter. This shows you why Jansen's been so good for so long. As a hitter, what do you do here? It is a pure guess. AJ Minter picked up Ks on his nasty changeup and cutter. And look at this perfectly painted fastball that gets called a ball. As an umpire, how do you ball this pitch? I am personally offended. Alex Lang had this disgusting changeup and nasty curveball. My filthiest reliever yesterday was Rafael Montero. Look at this electric fastball and nasty slider. I even overlaid these two. I know the hitters are on different sides of the plate, but you can see how much ground these pitches cover. That's crazy. Montero's stuff was so good, he even had to give himself a round of applause after that inning. The most ridiculous thing I saw yesterday was Ben Joyce's 104-mile-an-hour fastball from a home plate view.
There's 104.
You don't often get these views, especially not of a pitch that's 104 miles an hour. Don't blink or you'll miss it. I mean, when do you have to start your swing? When he's in the middle of his windup? You can see why overwhelming velocity makes this game so tough. Don't be surprised if some team drafts Joyce and brings him up to the major leagues sometime this season. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen.